श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादम्
नमामि भगवत्पादं
शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यम् केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति 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 एवं पिंड ब्रह्मांडयोः ऐक्यं सम्भूतम् स्थूल शरीर अभिमानी जीवनामकम् ब्रह्म प्रतिबिंबं भवति स एव जीवः प्रकृत्या स्वस्मात् ईश्वरम् भिन्नत्वेन जानाति अविद्या उपाधिः सन् आत्मा जीवः इति उच्यते माया उपाधि सन् ईश्वरः इति उच्यते एवं उपाधि भेदात् जीवेश्वर भेद दृष्टिः यावत् पर्यन्तं तिष्ठति तावत् पर्यन्तं जन्म मरणादिरूप संसारः न निवर्तते तस्मात् कारणात् जीव ईश्वरयोः भेदबुद्धिः न स्वीकार्याः ननु स अहङ्कारस्य किञ्चित् ज्ञस्य जीवस्य निरहङ्कारस्य सर्वज्ञस्य ईश्वरस्य तत्त्वमसि इति महावाक्यात् कथम् अभेदबुद्धिः स्यात् उभयोः विरुद्धधर्म आक्रान्तत्वात् इति चेत् until now we have seen first adhikari portion, sadhan chatushtaya sampanna we have seen, then atma tattva viveka, sthula sukshma karana sharira vyatirakta panchakosha atitah jagrat sapna sushupti sakshi bhutam yattishtati sa atma. And kaha saha atma satchidananda swarupah, that all we have seen in second portion, atma tattva viveka. In third portion we have seen atha chaturvimshati prakara vakshamah, 24 components, how they are come, that we have seen. And Maya introduction we have seen, and because of Maya, Ishwarasya Maya, not Ishwarasya, we can say Brahmanaha Maya. Because of Brahmanaha Maya, this possibility of Jagat, and Jagat is made up of 24 components, and then Panchivkarana, grossification process also we have seen. Now we are entering, yesterday also we have entered, but this is the fourth portion. It is called Jiva Brahma Aikya. And from yesterday we have started it starts from yesterday. Evam Pinda Brahmandayoho Aikyam Sambhutam. So Pindaha, individual, Brahmandaha, total, and here they have written microcosm, macrocosm, but we can say cosmos, universe, and each and every individual, basically both are one and same at Pancha Mahabhuta level. So at gross level also, both Pancha Bhautika Mahabhuta and even total cosmos also, Pancha Mahabhutik cosmos, and at Sukshma Pancha Mahabhuta, at cosmos level, at the same time in our subtle body is also Pancha Mahabhuta. So both are Aikyam in this way, they are just born Sambhutam. That we have seen yesterday. And now one more word, new technical word has come. It is called Jiva. And Tattvabodha says it is only reflection of Brahman. Jiva namakam Brahma pratibhimbam bhavati. That by the name Jiva, how it comes, the only by reflection of Brahman. And yesterday we have seen, suppose Everywhere, all pervading consciousness are there, and because of Maya, Ishwara has created many Sukshma Sharira. And all these Sukshma Sharira have some speciality when it come in contact with this consciousness, as though they are become live. And this live Sukshma Sharira, one who thinks I am conscious, it's called Jiva. So first, it becomes identify oneself with Sukshma Sharira, and then Sukshma Sharira. First, it should identify with Sukshma Sharira. Actually, Sukshma Sharira is equal to Jiva. And then this Sukshma Sharira identify with Sthula Sharira. But this is really nothing, but it is a reflection of Brahman. And technically, it is called Chidabhasa. Chit Abhasa. If you are seeing consonant sandhi, it comes, ta becomes da. That's why Jalam Jash Jashi, Panini Sutra. So Chidabhasa. So Chidabhasa is called Jiva. And who was this Jiva? Prakrutya, by nature. Because of ignorance, by nature, from childhood, from birth only, Janati. He thinks, he knows, Ishwaram Vinnatvena Janati. This Jiva thinks, I am different from Ishwara. Swasmat, from oneself, it is considered I am different from Ishwara. This is our notion from the birth. Because this Jiva thinks, I am only limited up to subtle body. Then who is the Ishwara, the all-pervading? How can I be like Ishwara? This thinking gives us, I am different from Ishwara. Sa eva jivaha Ishwaraha swasmat Ishwaram vinnatvena janati. That we have seen yesterday. And we have seen both Pratibimbavad, Parichedavad. Pratibimbavad means if in many pots are full with water and reflection of sun if inside the pot, and this reflection of sun starts thinking, Aham Surya, but how much? At the size of pot. This is called Suryasya Jiva. Surya Jiva. Same way, all consciousness, pure consciousness, all pervading, is appear in Sukshma Sharira. And this Sukshma Sharira says, yes, I am consciousness. But how long? Up to the subtle body. And because of they are as though space is as though limited inside the space of pot, same way this consciousness, Brahma Pratibim, inside this our subtle body starts thinking, I am also limited. This is called Parichedavada. That's why this is very important. Jivaha is equal to Chidabhasaha, and Chidabhasaha is nothing, but it is the reflection of Brahman. In Prakrutya, that's why I have written naturally without any inquiry. It's called Prakrutya. Prakrutya swasmat Ishwaram vinnatvena janati. And second, this line, we have seen how Jiva is called himself as a Jiva. Avidya upadhi saha atma jivaha iti uchyate. And how we can call ourselves as a jiva, we have seen. So this is the definition of upadi. Upam means samipam, gatva. Adi, yate swakam rupam, it is called upadi. Yesterday we have seen these all definitions. So in English they say adjunct, they are called, but it's upadi is called adjunct. But now Maya has different name, what I have told. Maya, one name is called Prakriti. Another name is called Avidya. It's ignorance. What is other name? Huh? Aja. Aja means which is never born. Aja. Right now I'm interested in Avidya. When same Maya identify with this subtle body, at that time it is called Avidya. So how this Chaitanya Tattva plus Maya actually is called Jiva. But here this Maya is not all pervading, but Maya which is for individual is called Avidya. That's why here we have to put Avidya. Along with Avidya adjunct or Upadhi, this Chaitanya is called Jiva. This Chidabhasa, same Chidabhasa is called Jiva because of Avidya. Our capital, no, there are many people ask how many capital in your bank, but by birth everybody has one capital and the name of that capital is Avidya. Everybody by birth, they don't know who am I. So this is called Avidya Upadhi. San Atma Jivaha iti uchyate. So yesterday also I told, and today also I repeat, they never write Jivatma. We used to say Jivatma, traveling of Jivatma, but Shastra always say Jiva. According to Swamiji and according to Shastra, this Jivatvam is Mithya. If Jivatvam go, what will remain is only Atma. This is the truth of us. So Avidya Upadhi San, Atma is called Jiva. So again I have written, because when we are identified with our subtle body, then what happens to our own? So what are the problems of body is my problem. Whatever are the problems belongs to subtle body is my problem. And even our relatives' body's problem is my problem. This is called sansara, nothing else. And Jiva thinks aham alpagnaha. One day I had told Jaha is equal to Jayate. If I put Ajaha, means one who Najayate. Same way there is a one word is called Gnaha. Gnaha is equal to Gyayate, Janati. Let I put Janati means knows. If I put Sarva plus Gna, it becomes Sarvagnaha, Sarvam Janati. If we all are Alpagyaha, Alpam Janati. So Jiva are Alpagyaha, Ishwara knows everything. So by birth we know how much we don't know. Knowing list are very small. What we don't know, list are very big. So all Jiva are Alpagyaha, and we know how much power we have, even physically and even by mental power also. We are Alpag Shaktiman. So we have limited power with us. This is the slot of Jiva. Then who is Ishwara? So same, he says, Maya upadhihi san Ishwaraha iti uchyate. Same consciousness. Then he becomes one with Maya. Is equal to Ishwara. And from Ishwara, whole Jagat is come. And Maya is called Parinami Upadan Karanam, what we have discussed. Maya is Parinami Upadan Karanam, while Ishwara is called Vivarta Upadan Karanam. So this never undergoes any change, and this Maya keep on changing. The word is keep on changing because of Maya. Vivartupadan means this Ishvara just lends its consciousness and existence to whole Jagat. And same Ishvara also again Nimitta Upadan Karan. Nimitta Karan, sorry. Nimitta Karan. So Ishvara has two, Nimitta Karan, Vivarta Upadan Karan, while Maya is called Parinami. We have seen the meaning of Parinami means one who keeps change is called Parinami. If we have in milk, if we have put 1 drop of yogurt, Parinama takes place and it becomes a yogurt. Same way, Bhagwan or Ishwara doesn't go any type of modification. Whatever changes comes at Maya level, Ishwara remains it is. And that's why we always say, Jagatah Pitaro Vande Parameshwar Parvati Parameshwar. Because Maya is called Mata, Ishwara is called Father. That's why we say, even Dakshinamurti also, both are there. One part is a Pita, left part is a Maya. Means Shakti. We can say Maya is a Shakti, is a power of Ishvara. So Maya is a Shakti, is the power of Ishvara. So when Bhagwan is yield his Maya, it is called Ishvara. Ishvara iti uchyate. This consciousness, it will remain sarvatra, remain all pervading. This Ishvara with Maya knows everything. The knows everything means how to create world, how to sustain world, and how to resolve back. This all power is called Sarvagya. And plus, everybody's Jiva's account. All Sanchit Karma, everybody knows by Ishwar. So it's called Sarvagya, all pervading, and Sarva Shaktiman. To create, if you would like to create one whole, no, we have to ask many. We need many things we need, but Ishwara doesn't need anything because of just Smriti Matrena, he can create all the Jagat. That's why he is all power. Omniscient is called Sarvagnaha, and omnipower. He is everything. So this is called Ishvara. So again, if I put Jivaha and Ishvara, Jivaha is consciousness plus avidya. And Ishwara is equal to again Chaitanya plus Maya. Because of Maya, we are ignorant. So somebody says, how can we remove our ignorance? Only one way. Bhagavan says, Mame maye prapadyante mayam etam tarantite. In 7th chapter, Bhagavan says, if you would like to cross Maya, you have to surrender to me. There is no other way. So Mayam etam taranti. So this is called Jivaha and this is Ishwara. Now next we go further that we have seen yesterday everything. So next sentence was Evam उपाधि भेदात् जीव ईश्वर भेद दृष्टिः यावत् पर्यन्तं तिष्ठति तावत् पर्यन्तं जन्म मरण आदि रूप संसारः निवर्तते. Somebody asked, when I come from this samsara, so this explanation is given. Yavat evam means in this way. When Jiva thinks I am up to only subtle body, evam in this manner, yavat paryantam, until how long? Because of upadhi vedat. When Jiva thinks I am different from Ishwara, in reason upadhi veda. Ishwar has maya upadhi, we have agnana upadhi. So because of the difference of agent, Jiva Ishwara Veda Drashti, we come into conclusion, I am different from Ishwara. It's called Jiva Ishwara Veda Drashti Yavat Tishtati, as long as it remains. Tavat Paryantam. Then I have split both the sentence. Tavat Paryantam, up to there, Janma Maranadi Rupaha Sansaraha Nivartate. This sansara never goes. And what is the form of sansara? He says it is has birth, it has death, and adi. We can put dukkha, we can put raga dvesha, adi, etc. etc. Sansaraha ninivartante. So again, we have seen yesterday, but I think let me put in my own way. So Veda Drashtihi, Shastra says it called Dvaita Drashtihi. Consider oneself different from Ishwara is called Dvaita. Even samsara is also called Dvaita. Dvaitam is not two things. Dvaitam means one plus many. One means I am, the whole Jagat is too much. This is called Dvaita. And as long as this dual, our vision will continue, this Dvaita Drashti will continue, we cannot come out from this samsara. And somebody says, why? So that's why I have written here. Suppose what is Jivaha? So Agnana Upadhi Sana Jivaha iti uchyate, that we have seen. So that's why I have written, because of Agnana, because of ignorance, Jivasya Janma, we are born. What is the reason? The reason is we are ignorant about our real nature. That's why I have written capital. This ignorance is our capital. And because of this ignorance, always we feel inside, I am helpless, I am missing Sukham, I don't have this, I don't have this. There is a long list, starts from our body up to many things. We always think, too much thing I am missing in this this birth. And then we think also one more thing, we think Sukha, happiness is external. Whenever, if I have name, then I will become happy. If I have fame, then I will become happy. If I have money, then I will become happy. If I have too much property, then I will become happy. If I have relationship, maybe husband, wife, maybe father, mother, whatever, friends, if I relationship, then I am happy. That's why media works now. Nowadays, all Facebook, Instagram, why it works? Because without, if nobody is there, then how can I alone, how can we be happy? So this called we are seeking happiness external in media, we are seeking happiness in property, name, fame, anything. And to have this sukhasya prapti, to get this happiness, what we do, karmam karoti. We do different type of, perform different type of activity. Arthat karmam karoti. So for name, we can do anything. For fame, we can do anything. That's why I have written, whatever we perform activity, karma may be with dharma, and we perform activity maybe with keeping of adharma. We don't know. Sometimes knowingly, unknowingly, we support adharma. And because of this, we again incur punya papa. This punya papa goes in sanchit karma. Because of sanchit karma, again, Bhagavan has given one more prarabdha karma. In this prarabdha karma, again, Agnanat is our capital, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. How long this Veda Drashti Tishtati? And again, I have mentioned two things. One I have written, there is a very good story. Because we always seek happiness outside. So I have heard from some Swamiji only. He says one businessman, he has planned to go to Jammu. From Kerala, he would like to travel up to Jammu. So it was 3 days and 3 nights. And businessmen used to carry many cash with him. So many money with him. So he has planned, I will go with this money up to Jammu. So he selected second essay. He start traveling. So one known person, that person knows this person is traveling with too much cash. So he has hired one thief, Stena, in Rudram, Stena, thief. And he says, you have to steal all the cash when that person goes to sleep. He says, okay, no problem. I will definitely steal. The first night, when he just about to go for, fresh bathroom, that thief has seen that businessmen were counting his cash in front of him. Then he went to sleep, this businessman, and when thief comes from bathroom, he saw our businessman was sleeping. Then he is starting to find out where is this money, where is this money. So he is open his pouch or something, whatever his luggage with him. But first night he cannot able to find this money. So again, second day, he is saying this business was counting money in front of, and always he count money in front of this thief only. So he's frustrated, and why I cannot able to find out. Second night come, again same routine, again he has tried to find out money, and now he has tried to put, under the pillow, whatever, but still businessman was sleeping and he cannot find out where is the money. Third night comes. Third night also he tried to find out, and now even he has a pocket, businessman, even he has shirt. So he has put his hand inside the shirt everywhere, but he cannot able to find out. And he says where this man is keeping his own money. And fourth day comes and just destination is about to come. Then his thief was so curious. So he has surrendered to businessman. And he said, I am a thief. Businessman say, yes, I know you are a thief. So he says, I would like where you have kept your money. Because for 3 nights, I keep on searching. Businessman laugh and he says, in your pillow. Because you are always finding money with me only, but I have kept in your pillow. So whenever you go to sleep, so I have kept all money inside your pillow. The moral of the story means we always seek happiness from else. Within us, we never find to try to seek happiness. Really speaking, happiness is always with us. And because we are seeking happiness external, that's why punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. This is the first reason. Second reason of punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, it is given because of Dvaita. Dvaita means one plus many. So when one plus many, so we start compare ourselves with other people. That person knows, I know less, this person is too much. This comparison may give jealousy. This comparison may give hatred, many things. And this all jealousy, hatred gives punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. In Taittiriya Upanishad, it is written, etasmin ut antaram kurute atha tasya bhayam bhavati. We afraid in this word, bhayam bhavati. Why? So it is given ut antaram. Little bit also, if we keep distance from Ishwara and myself as total separate, then bhayam bhavati. Because we know how much we are committing wrong thing and how much Ishwara knows, then always we have bhaya. If something will happen to me, I have not lived proper life. That's why bhayam bhavati, and this bhaya also give new janma. And last one I have quoted here, 11th chapter. First Arjuna has requested Lord Krishna, I would like to see your cosmos form. How Virat Darshan I would like to see. And Bhagavan is appearing in the form of is a Virat Darshanam. So let me clear, Virat Darshanam, it doesn't mean Bhagavan is standing in front of us with 1,000 legs, 1,000 hands. It's not like what they are showing. But actually Virat Darshanam means whatever legs appear in front of us, nothing but Ishwara. So all Gnanendriya, all Karmendriya, all are nothing but Ishwara. Means whole Jagat is nothing but Ishwara. This is called Virat Darshan. And Bhagavan says, you cannot able to see with your Charma Chakshu. Means he is not yet ready. So let me give you borrowed sadhan chatushtaya sampatti. So Bhagavan has given you borrowed sadhan chatushtaya sampatti, and because this position he can able to see everything is Ishwar. But because he is not ready from his heart, that's why he says aham bhita bhita. He says I am very afraid. And why Arjuna was afraid? Only same reason, he was seeing separate from him, from Ishwara. He thinks Ishwara is different and I am is different. So because of this, he always has bhayam. Because he has seen this all karna and all are just going inside the mouth of Lord Krishna. So I will also kill because I think I am separate from Ishwara. But one who knows I am only Ishwara, then where is the question of death? That's why whenever we keep separate ourselves from Ishwara, we have a fear of death, we have a fear of jealousy, we have a fear of hatred, many things. That's why it says, until Veda Drashti Bhavati, Yavat Paryantam Upadhi Vedad Veda Drashti Tishtati remains Tavat Paryantam. Yet much Varnadirup Sansara Nanivartat. So from this we can understand one thing. No? If you would like to come out from this sansara, then what should we do? Because they have said we have to remove this Veda Drashti. I am different and Ishwara different. Because of this Veda conclusive, we have come into conclusion we both are different. Because of this conclusion, we have a sansara, and even We know this conclusion because of Upadhi Veda. So what we should do? So we have to understand at what level we in Maya and Ishwara is one and same. So if I can understand, then let it be Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, but this samsara cannot upbraid me. So now this process will start. That's why I have just written. So if person would like to get self-knowledge, so only intellect is good enough. So say, if there are many intellectual people, they are committing suicide because they cannot handle their life. So what we need to have a self-knowledge. So first thing I have written, we have to accept Upadhi as a Upadhi. If Shastra says you are not body, mind, sense complex, even we not feel I am not this body, mind, but still if Shastra says I have to accept. There is a one idiom, no? Fake it and make it. Same way, right now I don't feel can body, mind, sense complex. I 100% feels, but Shastra says it is a fake. So let me accept as a fake because we have Shraddha in Shastra. If Sadhan Chatushraya Sampanna is there, then we should have Shraddha, then we have to accept as a I am not body, mind, sense complex as a fake. But if we accept as a fake, then one day will come, we can accept really I am not BMS body minds. So still I have to play my role. So how we play? So we are only the role player. This body mind sense complex is not myself. This is the one way to prepare ourselves for Atma Gnana. There is a one. And that's why I have written it when we playing the role, it gives us space for our understanding. Actually, this is not physical distance, but still it is a distance. And second thing, we have to change our mind. We need a mature mind. Urva Kameva Bandhana means mind should be mature, emotionally mature also. And here physical means it should be strong enough to understand whole thing. And this strength comes from where? That's why I've written surrender to Ishwara, japa will help in total acceptance. If all these things, if we keep on doing, then one day will come, our mind will be ready. And then Tattvamasi will just walk over. When we are studying in 3 years course, then one day Pujya Swamiji has called all of us, whatever we students, maybe more than 50. Then Swamiji says, Tattvamasi is very small sentence. But to understand, after understanding, to assimilate, it needs a whole life. So you need not to worry about how can I understand Tattvamasi, but you have to worry about how can I make my mind mature to assimilate this Mahavakya. And this maturity comes only this way. Surrender to Ishwara, Japa, and total acceptance of people. People means whether we like it, whether we don't like it. If we can accept people as they are, then our mind have no problem. Mind will be relaxed. Prasade sarva dukhanam hani tasyopajayate prasanna chetaso viyashu buddhif paryavatishtate. Sthita Pragnasya, Bhagavan has said in Sthita Pragna Shloka, if mind is cheerful, then Gnan will stay. If mind is not cheerful, then how this knowledge will stay? So cheerful mind is called mature mind. So to remove this wrong conclusion, we have to do this only. Mature mind, and to make mature mind, we have to do like this. And now This Tattvabodha will take us up to the, that's why he has written, Tasmat Karanat Jiva Ishwarayoho Veda Buddhihi Nasvikarya. This wrong conclusion about difference between both Veda Buddhihi Nasvikarya. This wrong conclusion about difference is it not acceptable. For whom? One who has intellect, one who has buddhi, and one who knows this whole process, how this Jagat coming to be, how Jivatma, how we can give the Jiva, what we call Ishwara, then how we can accept. That's why Tasmat Karana, for that reason only, Jiva Ishwarayoho Bhed Buddhi, between Jiva and Ishwara, that wrong conclusion, it is not acceptable. And why we cannot acceptable? Because theoretical way, if we go, what we have studied, so I just show in this picture. Suppose one side is a Jiva, another side is a Ishwara. Until now, what we have studied. So, what is the Jiva? The Jiva is nothing but Sthula Sukshma Karana Sharira plus Chaitanya Tattva. Without consciousness, Sthula Sukshma Sharira cannot work. So, Sthula Sukshma Karana Sharira plus consciousness. And this Sthula Sukshma Karana Sharira are Anitya. They are not eternal. They are dependent on others. Paratantraha. And why Paratantraha? Adhisthana Ananyatva. They have dependent on others. And because of they are dependent on others, they are Mithya. But in this Jiva, there is a one more thing. It's called Chaitanya. Consciousness. And everybody knows this consciousness is eternal. So this Chaitanya is eternal, and now if we keep here, we see the Ishwara. So who is Ishwara? We have seen Maya plus Chaitanya Tattva. This Maya is Anitya. Whenever Jagat is there, then only Maya will play a role. Without Jagat, there is no Maya. So Maya is Anitya. Maya is Paratantra, because it's dependent on Ishvara, consciousness. Adhisthana Ananyatva. Therefore, Maya is also Mithya. So here also in Ishvara, Chaitanya, consciousness is eternal. In Jiva part also, this consciousness is eternal. And there are no two consciousness. Consciousness is all pervading. Then we can say, this Chaitanya Nasvikarya. Bhed Buddhi. How can we accept this notion? I am different and Ishwara is different. This is not acceptable and even logically, because we are all, intellectual personality. So before going to this, I would like to introduce, we are using two types of sentences in our day-to-day life. One is called direct meaning. It's called Vachyartha. And another is called implied meaning. So what is the meaning of Vachyartha meaning? If I ask, what is this? If we say this is clock, Vachyartha, what we have seen, that we have told, is called Vachyartha. So whatever, if this is a pot, everything is called direct meaning. What we have seen, that we have told. But if I ask, have you read Shakespeare? If I am not writing on sheet, have you read Shakespeare? Then what will be the answer? Yes or no? If I can, have you read Kalidasa, Raghuvansham, everything? So this Vakya is correct or wrong? So when we say, have you read Kalidasa or Shakespeare? So Kalidasa is a person. How can we read Kalidasa? Even Shakespeare is also person. So how can we read? But we would like to convey whatever written by Kalidasa or whatever written by Shakespeare, that I intend to ask whether you have read or not. So this type of sentences are called Lakshyartha. Lakshyartha. This is for implied meaning. And this is going to direct meaning. And now somebody asks, total how many implied meaning? So I have given the list. It says there are 3 types of Lakshyartha. Means implied meaning. Whenever I read Lakshyartha means there are 3 types of implied. Let me write implied meaning. One is called Jahat Lakshana, another is called Ajahat Lakshana, and last one is called Jahat plus Ajahat is called Jahla Jahat. But Jahat plus Ajahat. You might have heard Prajahati Yada Kaman. It is very common. No? Jahati. What is the meaning of Jahati? Prajahati Yada Kaman Sarvan Parthamanogathan. Must have heard somewhere. No? So the Jahati means give up. He gives up. But gives up. Same verb, it is called Jahal. Jahat Lakshana, it is called giving. It is a present active participle. Jahal, Jahan actually is later Jahat. So Jahat means giving. So in implied meaning, Jahat means something we are giving up. While we would like to implied meaning. So it is giving up. So when I say, have you read Shakespeare? So what we do, we just give up Shakespeare and we put the literature of Shakespeare. So it is called, what is giving up is called Jahat. We have just given up the name of Shakespeare. It is called Jahat, implied meaning. Another is called, we are not anything giving up, but we are adding something. Ajahat, not giving up, but adding something. We don't know how much implied sentence we are using in day-to-day life. If we have gone to some hotel or restaurant, so what we order, please bring me tea. So it is a correct sentence or it is a just implied sentence. When we say to waiter, please bring a tea for me. So how he will carry with his hand? We never say, you please bring tea with cup. We never say. But when we are using, please bring the tea, means you bring the tea with cup. So we are not giving up anything, but we are adding something. Such sentences are called Ajahat Lakshana. Again, tomorrow we'll see, no problem. But one is called Jahat, to giving something. Ajahat means we are adding something. Sometimes we ask, bus is coming. Another person reply, oh, bus is coming. How can bus come without driver? We never use bus is coming with driver or not. But we have to understand the driver must be sitting inside, otherwise we will run away. Without driver, if bus is running, so we will run away. So we have to add driver is running the bus. So this is called Jahat and another is called Ajahat. Jahat means to give up something. Ajahat means not giving up but add something. And third one is called Jahalla Jahat, but actually Jahat plus Ajahat. So we are giving something, we are adding something. But the meaning of Jahal Ajahal, we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. In Tattvamasi, we are using some implied meaning. That's why I'm teaching. Any question?